What's good, everybody? It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K24 build for you. And yes, I made myself a new build. I've got for you today not one, but two different versions of a Paolo Banchero build here for NBA 2K24. Something a little bit different than some of the other builds that I've done. Some of the ones I've done in the recent have been very similar as far as some of the attributes and different things like that go. This one is going to be a little bit different than those, so let's head over to the builder. We're going to check out both versions of this Paolo Banchero build. All I ask is that you drop a like on the video, subscribe for your boy, and let's head over there. Let's go. Alright, so before we hop into the actual builder, I wanted to show you guys real quick. Paolo does have a template build. The handness and jersey number doesn't matter. We're going to go ahead and move this over to the power forward position, and as you can see, you know, his builder template, as you can see here, 6'10", 250, 7-foot wingspan. The finishing is pretty nice on this. A couple of attributes, you know, just a little bit off of some key points, like the standing dunk only being 76, the post control being 73. You miss out on a few things there. The shooting is solid, the playmaking is solid, and then the defense is not bad. You know, physicals are solid as well. We're going to make some tweaks to this template here, and I'm going to show you two versions. I'm going to show you both my version that I made, and then I'm going to show you an alternate too. So, you know, pick whichever one you like and roll with that. But let's head over to the builder and I'll show you option number one real quick. Alright, so here we are on the builder. I'm going to show you two different versions of this Paolo Banchero build. I'm going to show you the version that I made, and then I'm going to show you a different version that might be maybe a little bit more popular, I guess, or whatnot. But this first version is the one I made to fit my game style and the way I wanted this build to look. So I went right-handed. I went jersey number 5. And then I made mine at the power forward position. I went 6'10". As you know, 6'9" is the cutoff for a lot of the nice jump shots. So going 6'10", you know, we're going to be having to use one of the different jump shots. I'll leave a link down in the description for my big man jump shot video if you want to go check out a jump shot that might fit, you know, like the 6'10" and above type of a build. For the weight on mine, I went 224 just to be a touch quicker. You know, NBA 2K24, speed is everything, and still by going 224 and doing the 7'6" wingspan, I still got like the strength and everything like that. I got all the numbers that we needed, so we're just a touch faster, and our wingspan is just a little bit longer than what his template build was. So 6'10", 224, 7'6" wingspan. Let's get into the build. You know, I like to start down on the physicals, and the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and max out the speed here at a 75. We're going to leave the acceleration, or at least I did on my build. I left the acceleration right here at 60. I didn't go too crazy on my acceleration. I don't feel like it plays a huge factor into some of the things. And again, this is not going to be a ball handling type of a build. It's going to be able to move a little bit, don't get me wrong, but acceleration 60. For the strength, we're going to go ahead and take this up to an 84. It's going to get us a couple of nice badges with this. You're going to get that bulldozer on silver. You're going to get the brick wall on silver, and you're going to get a movable enforcer as well. So being 6'10", you're not going to have clamps, so having that immovable enforcer on this build is just going to help, you know, as far as guarding the perimeter and different things like that. Now for the vertical, we're going to go ahead and take this up to an 80. We're going to have contact dunks on this build, so we want to make sure that we have enough vertical to be able to do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and max out my stamina here at a 98. So we're going to have pretty solid physicals on this. Going to be pretty close, like I said, to his template build. Went just a touch higher on the vertical, and it's just a touch faster as well. But all in all, pretty solid there. But let's get up and go ahead and get started on the finishing here. For my close shot, now this is one, if you've seen any of my past build videos, I don't preach a lot of real high close shots unless you're making like a, you know, big inside center or something like that. But for my particular build and the way I'm gonna, you know, have the rebounding and some of the other stuff set up, I wanted to make sure I had some close shot on this build. So I did something that I haven't done on many of my previous builds. I went 81 on my close shot for this build. As you can see, I'm going to run through the finishing stats here, then we'll look at the badges, but you can already see over on the right hand side a couple of the reasons why I might have did that. Now for the layup, I went 70 on my driving layup. Again, like I said, this build's going to have contact dunks on it, so I kind of gave up on not having the like Nikola Jokic or Sabonis layup styles on this. 70 is pretty solid. Again, when we get into the hoop, I want to be able to dunk with this build, and even having just a 70 driving layup is going to be more than enough. So moving down to that driving dunk, like I said, we're going to put contact dunks on this build. I like 89 right now as a nice spot for the driving dunk to, you know, if you're using the meter dunks, you're going to get the pro contacts off of 1 and 2 with this build. You've seen a couple of my past videos. You know, I've got a couple of variations of players from 6'6" up to 6'9" with the 89 driving dunk, and I'm having no problems doing the meter dunks and everything. So we're going to go ahead and do the 89 driving dunk on this one. And then the standing dunk, we're going to go 81 on the standing dunk as well. So as you can see, looking at the badges here, that's going to, the 81 standing dunk is going to get the silver rise up. We're also going to have silver fast twitch, silver precision dunker for being able to execute those meter dunks, and then you're going to get gold aerial wizard too, which is going to help, as you're going to see in the clips, getting a lot of putback dunk animations. You're going to be able to catch a lot of lobs. You're going to get some contact alley-oop animations and stuff with this build. Looking over here on the right hand side again, you're going to get silver posterizer. You're going to get the gold aerial wizard that we talked about. You're going to have 2-step and spin cycle both on Hall of Fame. That's going to help you, even though you only have that 70 driving layup, but it's going to help you finish those Euro steps and spins around the hoop, be able to execute those. We're going to have Pro Touch on Hall of Fame. You're going to have Float Game and Scooper both on silver. It's going to be more than enough to execute, be able to get off those types of shots if that's what you're looking to do. And then again, I mentioned that 81 close shot. You have that fast twitch and the rise up. You're also going to get Fearless Finisher and Masher both on silver, and Giant Slayer on gold as well. So if you're getting, you know, driving against one of the bigger centers, you're going to have that. And so very solid finishing on this. I'm not going to put any post control on mine. In this modified version, there'll be some extra attribute points if you wanted to do that, but I did not on this particular build. So let's go ahead and look at some of these finishing highlights, and then we'll get down into the shooting. So on this build, I mentioned we have an 89 driving dunk, and as you can see here, you get a pretty decent sized green meter. This one here is going to be a little bit smaller meter, but we're still able to execute it. We're able to get that driving dunk, and then here you can see we get that little spin dunk animation, as I was talking about, having your spin cycle and your 2-step upgraded. And then here you see we get a nice clean, like Shaq looking standing dunk animation. With that 81 standing dunk, you're still going to be able to get contact dunk animations, and you're still going to get nice clean dunks off. And then, as I mentioned, having that gold aerial wizard, you get some crazy putbacks. So definitely been having a lot of fun with this build so far. Alright, moving down into the shooting for our mid-range on this build. You guys know me, and if you guys have seen my big man jump shot video, you know one of my favorite jump shots is the David Robinson base. And I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not starter 3 yet. I know, crazy to think of, but I think you need 85, either mid-range or 3-ball, to get the Chris Bosh jump shot base as well. Don't quote me on that, but for those reasons, I'm going to go 85 on my mid-range shot, and I'm going to go 77 on my 3-ball. I don't feel like you need a super high 3-point shot right now at this point of the game, and I feel like it's more effective to have that higher mid-range. You guys have seen a bunch of my previous builds. I like to go anywhere from, you know, 87 to 90. I've gone down to 84 on some of my mid. I prefer to have some mid-range on my builds, and, you know, maybe not go quite as high in some of the 3-balls. So 85 mid-range, 77 3-point, and then with the extra attribute points I had left over, I bumped my free throw up to a 73. So you can see some of the badges we get having this. We're going to get catch and shoot on gold, you're going to get guard up on gold, and then you're going to get all the main shooting badges like blinders and deadeye, green machine, open looks, all on silver, which is going to be more than enough to knock down shots effectively. And having that 85 mid-range, you're going to get gold midi magician as well. Like I said, silver green machine, gold comeback hit, whatever that's what that's for. But silver open looks, silver blinders, as I mentioned before, so pretty solid on the shooting. You know, going to be an knockdown shooter. Like I said, I'll leave the link down below if you're looking for a jump shot for some of those big men. Let's go ahead and get into some of these shooting highlights, and then we'll come back and we'll take a look at the playmaking. Again, talking about the shooting on this build, you're going to be able to shoot just fine. As I mentioned, I have that 77 3-ball. We have the 85 mid-range as well, but if you're equipping the right jump shots, and like I've mentioned it a couple of different times, I'll leave the jump shot video down below. You're going to be able to knock down shots with ease. Again, you're not going to be shooting from like super deep or anything like that, but again, going to be able to knock down shots, be a consistent shooter, which is what you're looking for in NBA 2K24. Alright, so moving down to the playmaking, Again, this is going to be at the power forward position, or you could possibly run it at like the 2 or the 3, whether you're playing 2s or 3s in the park. So we want to make sure we have some break starter and some pass accuracy on this build when you're grabbing boards, or you're grabbing an offensive board and you're trying to kick it back out. You want to have that nice zip, clean, crisp pass out to the perimeter, so your teammates can knock down shots, or if you're catching the defensive rebound and you're trying to get that ball up the floor. 75 pass accuracy on this build is going to get you silver break starter, as we can see over on the right hand side here. Silver dimer, silver special delivery as well. You're going to get the Sabonis and the John Morant pass styles. Being at the powered forward position, again, want to have that break starter, at least on silver, I believe, in NBA 2K24. Moving down to the ball handle, we're going to put a 70 ball handle on this build, which is going to give you access to some additional dribble animations and things like that. I didn't put any higher speed with ball. I'm going with the 40 speed with ball on this, which is going to get you at least the normal dribble style. And then with the 70 ball handle, you're going to get a lot of very nice dribble animations and things like that for being a big man. And like I said, you're not going to be a primary ball handler, but I've noticed on this build, if I'm catching the ball on the perimeter and I'm attacking the hoop, I'm not noticing much of a difference from some of my other builds that have, a 70 or 75, speed with ball on it. It's able to dribble a little bit and move around. So for this particular build, this is how I made mine in build version number 2. I'm going to put a little higher speed with ball on there if that's something that you are looking for. But for this particular version, this is how I'm going to run it. You can see over on the right hand side, you can get bronze unpluckable, big driver, handles for days, which is going to help you, just not run out of breath while you're trying to do dribble moves and things like that. And then silver physical handles as well, so pretty solid as far as that goes. I just mentioned big driver on bronze. Let's go ahead and get into some of these playmaking highlights, and then we'll come back. We'll finish up the defense on build number 1, and then we'll go ahead and I'll show you build number 2. So let's look at some of these playmaking highlights and then get into the defense. So I mentioned having the 75 pass accuracy, so when you're grabbing that rebound, you're able to start the break and get a nice clean pass moving up the court. So that was very important to me to have on this build. As you see, we get a couple of boards here and we're able to get that ball moving and getting the break started. And then having that 70 ball handle, even though you don't have like a super high speed with ball, you can see we're able to move a little bit here. We end up kicking out of that one, but we're able to combo up and move around a little bit. I threw in a clip here from the 1v1 court just to give you another example, but we're able to get a nice little cross and explode to the hoop. So 70 ball handle is going to be just fine. All right, so moving down to the defense, a couple of things I wanted to have on this build. I wanted to have at least bronze anchor, and I wanted to have a very high offensive rebound. I just my play style, the people that I play with, that's the option I wanted to go. Plus I think offensive rebound is a little bit cheaper than the defensive rebounding as well, and so that's why I decided to go that route. I went 65 interior defense. That's going to get you bronze workhorse. And then I went ahead and went 77 on the block. And then as you can see, that's going to get us the bronze anchor. It's also going to get us bronze chase down artist as well. So we're able to get, some of them better chase down animations, get those blocks, help from the weak side. You can see you get chase down on silver by going up one more on the block. I'm going to do that in version 2, but for my version, again, this one's the one that I made for me personally. I went 77 on the block. Perimeter defense, I didn't go real high on this. I left it right here at 45. Would I like to have it a little bit higher? Absolutely. But I kind of ran out of attribute points, and for me, like I said, if you have the movable enforcer on silver, that's going to help you out. Having it at 45 is going to help you get just enough on contests and things like that. You'll see a couple of the clips where I'm getting a couple decent jumps, contests and everything. I mean, you're 6'10" with a 7'6" wingspan, so you're going to be able to contest shots on the perimeter. You're not going to be a lockdown or anything like that. You're not getting clamps on this build, so there's no need to have like a super high perimeter defense, especially if you're just playing like rec or something like that. So for me, I went 45 on the steal. I did take this up to a 72, which is going to get you glove, interceptor, and right stick ripper all on bronze. Definitely going to be very good, both on ball and hitting the lanes, getting steals on this build. Again, the block, we talked about that at 77. Now the offensive rebound, I told you this was where I was going to go high on my offensive rebound. Fits the style of play. We have a shooting big man, that I play with a lot in the rec. If you're playing in the park or whatever, and you're got a 3 hunting, point guard, having that high offensive rebound definitely going to be a nice luxury. For me, I might have went a little overkill on this one, but definitely something that I wanted to have some fun with and that I hadn't done in any of my previous builds really. I went 92 on my offensive rebound, and then I went ahead and maxed this defensive rebound out at an 80. So you can see here we're getting box out beast, pogo stick, and rebound chaser all on gold. We're getting the post playmaker on silver, which is what I was talking about earlier with the pass accuracy, being able to grab them offensive rebounds, kick them out for a nice open look, you know, just help your teammates knock down those shots. So pretty solid there, and we still have an 80 defensive rebound as well too, so we're not slacking on that by any means, but we have the advantage of having that gold box out beast and the gold rebound chaser from having that high offensive rebound. So that's going to go ahead and finish up the build. Let's get into some of the defensive highlights, and then I'll show you the build name, and I'll give you option 2 real quick. So lastly, we get into the defense on this build. Like I said, you're going to be 6'10 with long arms. You can see, even with that 65 interior defense, we're able to play very good hands-up defense. You're going to be able to get plenty of block shots, different things like that down low. And even, like I said too, having the 45 perimeter defense, having that immovable enforcer is going to be very key. As you see, we're able to get a little bumpy there, and then we get a steal and we're off and running. And then again, 6'10 long arms, you're going to be able to get the jump shot contest. You can see we're getting some nice blocks on this build as well. But the bread and butter definitely is going to be on the rebounding side. As you see, we get one more swat there, but that 92 O board, we're able to snag and then go back up quick for a quick dunk there. You're able to snag and then again get a nice little close shot, but I blow it. I snag the board again, go up for another quick dunk animation. You can see there another rebound. We kick it to our teammate. Boom, he gets a nice little dunk as well. And then having the defensive rebounding, I only have mine on like 60 or 65 right now, but you're still going to be able to be just fine as well. Alright, so like I said, that's going to finish up the build. This is the version that I made for myself. And as you can see, is we're going to go ahead and finish up this build here that I made. You're going to go ahead and you're going to get shades of Tom Chambers, Obi Toppin, and Jabari Smith. So you don't get the shades of Paolo on this one. You get the same build name, the Inside the Art Threat. But let's go ahead and head back into the builder. I'm going to show you build number 2 that you do get the shades of Paolo on it, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Alright, so here we are back in the builder. This is going to be version number 2 if you're looking for something just slightly different than the version that I just showed you. Again, it's going to be positioned in the power forward, same height, 6'10", 224 with that 7'6" wingspan. A few things that we changed on the offensive side. For the finishing, we took that close shot down to a 55, and we took the standing dunk up to a 90 to get precision dunker, rise up on gold. We're still going to have fast twitch on silver, but this is going to get you all of the elite contact dunks for big man and everything, and being the way the meter dunks and everything are right now, getting those offensive boards, or getting down low underneath the hoop or whatever, having 90 standing dunk on this build is going to be very glitchy indeed. Post control, we put a 75 on here just to give you some post moves. You can see get back down punisher and drop stepper, post spin, dream shake, all on silver. You get the gold post fade phenom now to go along with your 85 mid range, so just a little bit, maybe a little bit more versatile as far as some different post control moves, different things like that you can do down low. The shooting is the same. We went 85 mid range, 77 3 ball. The extra couple of points we had, I put on free throws, so the free throw is going to be a 76 on this one. Pass accuracy, ball handle going to be the same. I put a little extra speed with ball on here. As you can see, now we have gold big driver to go along with bronze triple strike as well, so just a little bit extra speed to be able to move around. And then on the defensive side of things, I took the interior down to a 61. We do have the 78 blocks, so we still have bronze anchor, but now we get gold chase down, or not gold chase down, silver chase down as well. Perimeter defense went up to a 71, which will get you bronze challenger, bronze ankle braces, and silver off-ball pest, again just for helping contest those shots out on the perimeter. We bumped the steal down to a 60, so we still do have bronze interceptor, so we can play them lanes and everything like that. And then on the rebounding, we bumped both of those down just a touch as well. We went to 85 on the offensive rebound, which is still going to give us gold box out beast, but now we have the silver pogo stick, silver rebound chaser, and then again that silver post playmaker that I talked about earlier. So still going to play very similar, just one badge level less on the rebound chaser on this. Defense rebound still going to be a 70, so again still pretty solid on that side. And then the physicals are basically all going to stay the same, so just a few minor tweaks, if you want to choose whichever version fits you best. This one might be probably a little bit more of the popular variety of build that might fit him best. You can see we get the shades of Antoine Jameson, Obi Toppin, and then there we have our shades of Paolo Banchero. You still get the inside the arc threat build name, you know, decent little build name, but now you have that shades of Paolo Banchero as well. So that's all I got for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the builds. Don't forget to drop a like for your boy, subscribe if you're new. I'm going to leave some cards here if you want to check out some of the other builds and face creations that I've done. Like I said, I'm going to leave the big man jump shot video down below if you're looking for a jump shot to go with your new Paolo Banchero build. And I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.